Asexual Life, sharing my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. I just want to give you a quick health update, and then I have to get some sleep because I'm going away soon. So, if you didn't know, I had my doctor, well, not my own doctor, but a doctor from my surgery, phone me up earlier. He was a bit late phoning. And to cut long story short, he said my liver's fine, my kidneys are fine. This was my blood test results. Calcium I've got enough of, that was fine. Vitamin D I've got enough of, that was fine. The only thing that showed up on my blood test is a TSH of 7 plus. So basically it's a high TSH score, so it's a thyroid issue. And it's only if it's 10 or above that's actually goes into full hypothyroidism, according to the majority of publications, although some people, doctors if you like, would say that 7 is still hypothyroidism. So I had hypothyroidism, the beginnings of hypothyroidism years ago, and I found a natural product to stop me having to have hormone replacement therapy. So this was quite a long time ago, a number of years ago, and I discovered that the thyroid hormone is basically what's used to produce iodine in the body, and if you get iodine, a natural source of iodine, you can replace the thyroxine, and you don't have to have a synthetic hormone. So this is research I did myself. I'm not a medical practitioner. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. See your medical practitioner for this. Highly. So I'm just saying what's happened. I'm giving a quick update for you. Then I'm going to sleep because I really need to sleep before I go away. But yeah, so I had the beginnings of hypothyroidism years ago, and I did a lot of research myself. I think it took me about 3 weeks in total. I discovered that kelp, natural sea kelp, has got a high level of iodine in it, so that if you take that, you should be able to have that instead of hormone replacement therapy. And to cut long story short, I went into the local health shop at that time and I told her about my research, and she had Viridian kelp there, and she said her husband happened to have hypothyroidism and he was in hospital with it and given medication, so it's very serious. But she said if you get this kelp and it works, the iodine in it works, then you can't then go on to hormone replacement therapy. You have to have that in place of hormone replacement therapy. You can never stop taking it. So I have been taking that kelp ever since. But I usually take 6 kelp. But this year, because I did have a temperature regulation problem, I decided to just take 5 kelp. So I actually lowered my dose because I thought I might be overdosing myself on it because I did have a temperature problem. I since found out from the blood test results that I've actually got the beginnings of hypothyroidism again, if you like. So they want to test me in like a basically 6 months time, do another blood test, and I said no, because I'm not having another blood test. I already told the doctor at the beginning that I was highly anxiety induced, completely stressed out, and if you didn't already know, hypothyroidism is a stress condition. It's brought on by high levels of stress. So having to have the blood test and increasing my anxiety significantly because of that has meant that my stress and anxiety levels are through the roof, which in turn has basically made hypothyroidism really a self-fulfilling prophecy, because by having to have the blood test in the first place, that's no doubt elevated my stress and anxiety levels, which it really did do. And I've had over 2.5 weeks of that, and I have had temperature problems again. I've had chest pain. I've still been getting them tonight. I've had twitching under my eye. I've had a lot of my back's in a lot of pain. Obviously, I've still got back injury. I've still got 2 broken bones in my back that I'm recovering from. But the stress and anxiety is what causes hypothyroidism. Stress is like the main component. So, it's low hormone, but it's brought on by stress. But I already know I have a gut issue. I said it to you. So I've done research, and the gut is closely linked with a thyroid issue. So if your gut's not working properly, your microbiome's not working properly, then it means that the gut and the thyroid are connected. So if your microbiome's not correct in your gut, it then means that can enable hypothyroidism. So if I get my gut problem sorted out, which I've bought a product for, an expensive product for, which arrived today, if I get that problem sorted out, it might hopefully decrease my hypothyroidism. So I haven't been diagnosed officially with hypothyroidism. It's like the precursor to it. So it's like high levels. But I got told I should have a blood test in 6 months' time, and if it's like high, then I would need to go on thyroxine hormone. Well, I told the doctor I'm not having another blood test, because I've told him how anxiety induced it makes me. And I also told him that I won't be taking thyroxine either, because I don't actually oh, my phone's going off, sorry. I don't actually agree with taking that. You know, I'm allergic to nearly every meds anyway. So I told him I won't be taking that. So there's no point in having the blood test, because even if the blood test did show it's high, I'm not going to take thyroxine anyway. And I don't feel that bad. The worst feeling I've had, obviously, I've had broken bones in my back, which I'm still recovering from. And I believe I have broken ribs as well. My ribs are a lot better. My back's still a problem. But it's going to take time to heal. Having 2 fractures in your back, of course, takes time to heal. But I don't want another blood test, because I've had so much anxiety inducement over the last 2.5 weeks. It's actually made me ill. And this is how you create a self-fulfilling prophecy, by creating the situation, having circumstances that create the thing in the first place that you've got a problem with. So it makes it worse. This is how we can get very ill, you know? So it's very, very important. So yes. So I am rewarding myself for having this blood test, because I've got a huge phobia of blood tests and needles. And I'm rewarding myself this week now. We've just gone over into, well, it's Sunday, the 11th of August. So I'm starting today and this coming week. So I'm going to Bristol in a few hours, which is why I've got to go to sleep shortly. I'm going to Bristol. I'm going to see Aladdin at the Hippodrome. I'm also going to Bristol Zoo on Monday with my best friend, and Bristol Aquarium on the Tuesday. And then, so I'm staying in Bristol for 2 nights and 3 days. So I'm going on the train, and then it's going to be amazing. I've got a new dress as well. And also in London, I'm going to be seeing Frankie Goes to Bollywood on Thursday. So I'm really pleased that everything else on the blood test seems to be okay. It's just the thyroid issue, and I've sorted it out before, because when I took the kelp before, I took 6, and it actually solved the problem. I had years ago, I had a blood test, and I had another blood test 3 months later in that case, and it actually solved the hypothyroidism problem. And so by having kelp, it's high quality kelp though. There's no additives, no gluten, no wheat, no yeast or anything like that. It's Viridian. And I had 6 capsules, but I loaded it to 5 like I said this year, but I'm going to put it back up to 6 now, because obviously there's an issue. But I'm doing research on how to get it back again, right again, because there's obviously a number of other issues that I need to address to make sure my thyroid's working correctly, because it's not what it should not be 7 or higher. You know what I mean? It's a really bad thing. The TSH3 is like, it's not good. So yeah, I still haven't had the urine test back for blood cancer, so that is hopefully going to be back on Monday, but I don't know about that. I'm still due a bone density scan as well. So I just hope that all comes back good, So yeah, and I think it's very good. So yes, and I want to say thanks to all the people who join my community here and support me. I really, really appreciate you. Thanks for all the love and care and everything. I'm anxious to get the urine test results back, hopefully next week, because obviously blood cancer and osteoporosis are the 2 worst things. I'm not 100% clear of those yet, so I've got to wait till those results. And I've got bone density scan. I don't know when that is. I've just been referred for it. But the fact my calcium levels are fine and my vitamin D levels are fine, means that I'm less likely to have that anyway. So Yeah, I really appreciate it. Justice for service members, sending love for across the pond. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So yeah, there's been a lot of people in chat tonight which have been writing some strange things, and I haven't had time to vet them all. So you'll have to excuse the chat if you're watching this on replay. Because yeah, I'm on my phone, which I don't usually have, but I need to get some sleep because, you know, stress and anxiety from all this worry about the blood tests, etc., is really, really taking its toll on my health. So stress and anxiety makes you really energy drained, as well as the fact that I'm recovering from a back injury still. And yeah, so it's been a really stressful time. So I'm looking forward to going to Bristol to de-stress. I'm looking forward to seeing Aladdin because it's one of my very favourite movies. I love the song A Whole New World. It's one of my favourite songs ever, especially because it's a love song and I'm a hyper romantic asexual. And don't forget to grab copies of my books on Amazon. Diary Confessions of a Hyper Romantic Asexual, 78 Life Lessons to Asexual Life. Look it up. Sandra Bellamy is my author name. And also Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories is on Amazon. Type that into Amazon. The link should be in the description of this channel anyway. So I'll see you soon. Don't forget, I will be not able to live stream when I'm away usually. I'll be having to upload shorts as and when I've got Wi-Fi, but access to Wi-Fi will be really limited there. So you might not hear from me for a bit during the times that I'm away. I love you all dearly. Thank you for your support and I appreciate you. And thank you, Lee, and everyone else who's been here in chat. I'll see you soon next for your live stream. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode. And I'll see you soon. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. I really appreciate you. And take care. Stay ace. Bye.